go, one of the occupants that Andy, just a nice big locust. One of our mates in the companions for the tent for the evening. Nice and yummy. Look at the size of that compared to Andy's hand.
Crunchy locust.
Crunchy locust. Andy's going to put that in with his tea tonight because we're that fed up with rice, more rice. And it's gone.
I got it.
It's escaped. Andy's
Got it.
we got to go. What a catch.
Juggling.
He's juggling.
It's off again.
It's gone. He's off.
Got it.
And Andy is the best locust catcher in the land.
How about that?
That's
Was
it. There we are, mate. Look at that.
Didn't know I could juggle locusts, did you?
That's a locust.
That is a locust.
Ah,
Ooh,
good bait.
sorry. You won't be able to see that, huh? Yeah, good bait and good to eat, Martin.
Ah.
Just bite the legs off, mate, and it's yours.
Steer us into another fish. We're up at Mushy Hollow Rapids. He had a chilwa bait on a spot that I fancied from before, I must admit. Line's gone round a rock, so Basraju has swum across. Not quite sure if he's going to want a spinning rod. If he does, I'm going to have to drop this. Cast the spinner across. And Stu's just trying to attach it. I can't get out there and help him because it's he had to swim to where he is now. Right, he got the line. It's going across the buzzer now. Real quick, Stu. You're in touch again. Here we go. That's it, back in contact. Fish is hammering upstream now towards Stu. There it is. How big, Stu? Stu reckons about 20. So not a huge fish. Got a lot of drama anyway. Where we could have done with an extra guide. There's the fish. Yeah. Well done, Stuart. As I say, a lot of drama. All that for that little tiddler! Nice one. Just climbed up the hill behind camp. Got Nigel. Hello, Nigel.
Hello.
And Basraju with us. Just looking up. Camp's just about below us there. Looking up towards Mahseer Mullah. Rapids there. It's Kengal Pool. There's Kengal Rapids. Above that we've got Hyra. And we've got that's Temple Pool, which is the widest part, and it disappears up around the corner. Hoping to get a pretty sunset tonight. I don't know how well it's going to show up on here. We've seen some of the others fishing down there. Dave and a couple of the others seem to have gone to Mahseer Mullah, as far as I could tell. Someone else in a red shirt down there, although I'm not quite sure who that is.
It's Bola.
Oh, it's Bola, is it, in the red shirt? Oh yes, of course. And then down a bit more. Somewhere, yeah, there we are. There's Chukaraju with Phil. No, he's not with Phil. Is
Mike.
he? Who's he with? He's with Mike.
Cutler.
Mike Cutler, down on the rocks there, just above camp. This is Mahseer Muller Pool. Have been some good fish caught from here, but not today. Stu's up there chilling out. He's had a 15-pounder on the chilwa. Nothing terribly exciting. Nigel's up there with Mike. Mike's caught a fish as well. I don't know how big it was, not very big.
And is in. I believe I turned around just to come down on by the off chance. And he's into a fish, so I'm going to try and get closer and see how we get on.
Not very good at all, but
Andy's saying it doesn't feel very big. Comment from Andy, nice one. I didn't come down to do videoing today. Oh, Andy's hurt his knee. I came down to do some scenic shots and Andy's gone and hooked one. Alright, this is what we're looking at. This is what we call the shoot. Rapids, all the way down is Andy. All the way down. Hook it under these rocks here, and if you get a big one, you'll end up landing it somewhere down there. We'll probably go all the way down on the first run through this and get caught on a few rocks on the way. See if we can see Andy's fish now. There it is. It's holding in the rocks, the current's so strong, it's arcing into the side all the time. There it is, look at that. Just coil on the top. Even the little ones take some bringing in when it's... There it is. Took a crab. And he's got to go and just pop the hook out now. And we should be all okay. Another Mahseer has landed. And his first bite in 10 days. And what's Andy got to say about that?
I've touched the leader, so I've caught it.
Lots of fish eagles and things away there. So the eagle just come quite close, soaring off in the distance.
First fish in 10 days.
First fish in 10 days, what a cracker. Going to give you a close-up of that fish's head, if I can. Here we go. Look at that. Super condition, beautiful. There we go, Anne, put it back.
Day 9, back at Kengal. Martin's into a fish. And there's Bowler trying to free it on the rock. Oh, sorry about the gap there, folks. I had to go down and help Martin and Bowler sort that fish out. It's turned out it's a very big one. I wouldn't like to say what it is, it's definitely a very big fish. Yeah. Whee!
Okay, you filming?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. This is what we came for. We don't know how big she is yet. All we know is that she's big and she's the most beautiful fish that swims.
We reckon at least 80 probably.
Would you like to see her big mouth? There we are. There she is.
Hold it there, I'll zoom in on that.
Lovely. Oh, steady up. Steady up.
Can you give me a decent pose with it out, Mark?
Okay, we'll do the same again. Lift up over there. Okay.
That's good, that's good, very good.
Is she beautiful?
Very good.
That's what we cut to India for.
Wonderful fish.
Down we go. Ah, have a drink tonight, Bowler.
Hi, Bowler. Who's the number one guy, Bowler?
Not yet. One day, yeah. Oh, Rick.
92 pounds. Very, very big fish. That's the biggest fish I think it's the biggest fish caught this year. 92 pounds. An absolute beauty.
£92. Going back home. What?
Right, give Bowler a hug then. With Mr. Salter, who caught a little fish this morning, and he's just going to tell us all about it. In clean language.
In clean language?
Yeah.
Well, it'll be very short then. So what was your prediction then, Stuart?
My prediction for this trip, mate, was that we were going to catch between the team a £90 Mahseer.
Yeah, but there's a 70 to come as well.
We'll be followed by a 72, which is yet to be caught.
Well,
We still have 6 days left.
We've done the 92 today, and we fished up at Kendal, where you had your, what was it, 65?
65, yes.
First cast with a Patagara over that sill. Lead was jammed. Took 100 yards on the first run, which was a worry.
Yes.
Bowler played a blinder, swam across the rapids, freed the lead, and then it was round another rock. I thought the fish was on the far bank. Freed it from there, and the line cut through the water. It was 80 odd yards downstream, just before the last shoot. And we timed it. It took 40 minutes to get back.
40 minutes.
And I don't recommend it if you've got the runs.
Quite quiet at lunchtime. Andy's just come off the beach having a wash. Done some clothes washing and what have you. Everyone's in for their mid-afternoon kip. Temperature's about 90 degrees. There's the evening table. Looks healthy, doesn't it? All we have to eat is boiled rice, chapatis, dal, and it's hygiene. Just done some cleaning up at the camp, cleaning up of my tent, some washing, as you can see, Joe. Look how impressive that is. Some tidying up, as you can see. Mozzie net, all the bits and bobs, all your worldly goods that you need for a trip like this contained. Luxuries, glass of Coke, nice. As you can see, you can't get the washing clean at all. I'm using Head and Shoulders shampoo and soap and beating it on the water down there. Washing the clothes on yourself in the river. Home sweet home. In your tent, We're on the 20th, it's 10 to 4 in the afternoon, which is about 11 o'clock your time. Sitting here, fed up with the food. Fishing's quite good. Same repetitive food every day. Day in and day out. Lucky if we get omelettes in the morning, but generally no breakfast, no milk left, no beans, just patties, boiled rice and more boiled rice. Keeping in trim, as you can see. Managed to lose, as of today, weighed myself yesterday and I'm 13 pounds lighter than when I came out. One more pound to go and I've lost a stone. All good fun. See you soon. Coming to get you. Would just like to take this opportunity to thank Tim for supplying that lovely 10 or 12 pence a tube super glue. Fantastic stuff. Every single tube that we've brought into the camp so far, is when you're out on the rocks, has managed to split, and the end result is all the bags and all the belongings of your bum bags stick together in one mucky pile. So thanks again, Tim. Cracking investment. Right then, we've just got one of the little creepy crawlies in my tent. It's a bee, it was a hornet, and judging by the size of Andy's hand, you can see the overall size of these things are pretty damn big. See if I can zoom in on him, and that is one angry mother. I've hit him on the head with a sandal, so it's not surprising, but we're just going to put him down out of his misery.
Brace of 20s caught from Mushley Muller. Both silvers. Both took on raggy. Baz is holding my fish. £1.5 roach, Nige. That's what they use for bait. And that's the bait bag for the live bait.
You taking this, Bazza?
Guys seem to be collecting animals this trip. We've had 2 monkeys. They had one yesterday, which they dressed up and then let go. Choose to film, but this time they've got a little squirrel. Looking very dejected. Tied up to the stake as per usual. Just having a wander around by camp here, looking at all the wildlife. There's some fantastic butterflies about. There's another lovely one, blowing around on a leaf. A whole load of the brown ones sat here on this twig. Carpenter bee that we saw earlier, this is the sort of thing it does, it makes holes in the trees. That's why they call it a carpenter bee. Very interesting ants around here, like little soldier ants. Very busy. Very big and mean looking. Just looking at a jackal on the opposite bank, there's 2 of them. So I don't know where the other one is. You can just see Stuart's line as well. So there we are. That's the jackal.
It's day 10 and in the evening, and something quite dramatic has happened. The local bandits come rebel Vera Pan, who's supposed to be in the area, and a squad of the Indian Army and the local police have descended and decided to join us in the camp. So Mike, do you want to tell us what it's all about?
Well, yeah, it's all a bit weird, really. We just came back from the wall, had a very pleasant evening session.
That's the wall, not the war.
The wall,
Yeah.
Black Panther Track Pool, where I broke the duck for the entire season, catching a 15-pounder at the last knockings. We got back here to find a certain amount of turmoil going on. And as Martin said, it appears Vera Pan, who's kind of like a Robin Hood, has been on the run for 15 years, robbing the not so poor and giving it back to the poor. And so we have our own protective guard, and we've just been deciding tonight what's going to happen if Vera Pan puts in an appearance, because we're going to have to make a decision quite quickly whether we go with the army, of which there's about 20 of them wearing dresses, so we're not very confident about their ability to protect us. We've either got to go with them or go with Vera. So a bloke with a woman's name. Anyway, we've decided we're going to draw lots for who's got the most potential hostage value. I think there's an MP in our midst, and we've decided he's going to be the one who'll be offered up as hostage to Vera. What do you think about that, Martin?
I think that me and Vera will get along famously, and I think he hates people who prosecute people. And I can't.
No, I don't prosecute, I defend.
Yeah,
honest. Your Honour.
By the time I finish, I think Vera will be my sort of a person. And you'll be the last person on earth that he'll want to see walking around with a head on.
I can't believe this.
Here he is, Cutler the Scuttler, in the morning.
I could have been with someone.
Dreaming in your dreams, mate. Bye bye.
Some of the other guys are fishing up on the rapids, which has produced some big fish. Bit of a strange session today because last night the army arrived, complete with machine guns, and apparently the local bandito, a guy called Virapan, is hoping to take one of us hostage. And because the Indian government don't want an international incident, they've sent a load of armed guards to come and look after us. They don't look like they could fight their way out of a paper bag, to be perfectly honest.
Fishing the rapids with the guide. We've had an interesting event today, which I'm just going to show you now. See those two unsavoury characters there? They've just tried us approach on the rock. They didn't get very far, because over there in the shade there are a lot of men from the army with guns. Most of them are there. See if we can find one. There they are. And the reason those guys are there is because there's a local bandit called Virapan, who has been on the loose for about 15 years. And basically what's happened is he's decided that he wants to take one of us hostage, and rumours got round to the camp and down to the Sangam town, and the next thing we knew is at 9:30 last night we were escorted off the river by armed guard, and we had been protected 24 hours a day with lots of soldiers with rifles. And these two guys of unknown origin appeared over the horizon, and with that along came the army guys keeping a lookout for us. So we're not quite sure what's going to happen. We're told they're going to be able to accompany us wherever we go. We're going to be accompanied either by boat or by land by armed soldiers from the Indian Army, because what they don't want is an international incident involving this guy called Virapan. So it's been a turn for the exciting side for us, and we're all just waiting to find out now whether they can fish or not.
And we're on our last session on Kengal Rapids, and this is Bowler swimming this incredible current, not for a fish but to talk to some people on the far bank. If he doesn't make it, he gets swept away down there. There's Mike. See how he's getting on. Right. Looks like he's about to bounce the ridge of the last rock and clamber over. These waters are moving at something like 15-20 miles an hour. Absolutely lethal. There he goes. Current's taking him. Watching across. Makes it look easy, doesn't he? There he is. Moved down from Kengal to Mushley Harler, and first cast for Mike, because it's all about the first cast, with a chilwa into the faster water, and Mike is into a fish. I have to say he made an amusing stab at controlling its first run. The fish sort of dragged him off down the river. Anyway, Bowler's come to the rescue now. If we look further down, there's the dangerous fast water. If we're going closer, you might just see, there we are, it's Andy and Stuart on the rocks. Stuart's just landed a small fish. Go back. Oh, we're off swimming now. Very good. Looks like Bowler's going to land this fish. On. Perfect view of Mike and Bowler playing a fish from the rock. And the fish is somewhere down in this lot. So it looks like our intrepid heroes are going to have to risk life and limb and go down after it. Oh, there he goes. He's giggling. Let's have a look at him. There we are, two grown men holding hands. Lovely sight. Look at that, it's touching, isn't it? Mind you, when you're sleeping on your own for 2 weeks. You're obviously having a good time. Mark, there's only 10 minutes on that, Mark. Save some for the end, okay? Okay. Putting some welly into it now. I think they're beating this one. I think it's going to be all right. We're now in playing position 3. There's Bowler and there's Mike. Getting more dodgy. Obviously a good fish, taking that way, I think. And we're bored with that rock. We're going down into the really dangerous water. This is good stuff. Certainly what it's all about. Crazy Englishman, risking life and limb. 4 monstrous fish. Yeah, they're into the fish. Yeah, I see the rod kicking now. It's free of the rock, I think. Yeah, it's kicking. That's the one. And here we are in playing position 5. You see the lead there. The fish is somewhere below that. That lead would have slipped up the line. That's the fish charged down every rock it could find. No. I've lost it. Right, it's going to be sick now. It's going to be saying something ungodly. Oh dear. A tragedy. After all that, we nearly had the fish. Here come the lads back now. Bowler reckon it was over 55 pounds. I could see the fish. We'll just get nice reaction. Mike, come and tell the people how you feel.
I feel sorry for Bowler. He was trying really hard to get me a fish. That was a good one. We had it almost there. The line, if you zoom in on that, you can see how frayed it is.
Oh yeah.
See that? Just got by the hook.
Oh well. She's swimming away.
There's one of my other residents. Wake up in the morning under my bed and I've got the toad. Cute, isn't he? Spent about the last week in my tent hopping around under my suitcase. 3 days to go fishing now. Pretty much getting tired. Everyone's pissed off with the same old food. Vera Pan hasn't got us yet. Well folks, here we are, home sweet home. It's the 22nd, which is on Sunday. I actually think the camp settled down slightly today. We've still got the soldiers next door. Basically, Vera Pan is supposed to be over the back of the hill there. To let you know, Vera Pan is a bandit. He's been around for about 10 to 15 years without being caught. And some of the people that tried to put him behind bars were policemen, and they caught some of his men and they put them in jail. And what happened next? To get his own back, he surrounded the local jail in a town about 5 miles down the road where we were the day before yesterday, marched the 3 people out of the cells, the police station, and he got the chief of police and 2 of the other policemen who were involved with the capture, and he shot the chief, shot the other policeman, and chopped the other one's head off. So you can probably see why yesterday and the day before there was a bit of tension in the camp, but it's all forgotten today. We've got the army next door, and to be honest with you, we're all looking forward to coming home. Factories are running out. Nothing more to say. Fishing's been great. Going to a hotel, packing on Tuesday, hotel Tuesday night, leave Wednesday morning. Come and switch you on.
Right, we're on day 11. Mike has flipped. If you have a look now, he's in the middle of the river. Okay, just see his little head bobbing there. So now, you'd think he'd hooked a fish, wouldn't you? Okay, he hasn't. He's got a pound's worth of hooks and tackle. That's £1 sterling of hooks and tackle stuck on the bed of the river somewhere down there, and he's gone in for it. This is the actions of a madman. It's achieved nothing. It's spoilt our swim. It's frightened all the fish. It's made him look an idiot. I'm sitting here with Phil from Sussex. Phil's lost all respect for Mike now. We were getting on quite well, but it's going to be very difficult. I think Mike will be eating alone tonight. Perhaps it's too much sun. Perhaps he's lost all sense of judgment. Who knows? That's the Indian Army and the Indian Police Force there. They've, under some Indian Mental Health Act, they've been sent down to make sure Mike doesn't behave strangely in front of young children. You see, off he goes again. It's almost too sad. I think we've had enough.
Well folks, we've got a little bit of a meeting here because that guy there, as you can see there, is come to advise us that the bandit Vera Pan is basically intending on coming and kidnapping us, and he's come into the camp and the time is 5:25, and he's come into the camp just to tell us that as it stands he's just over the other side of that hill, and he's coming over the side of the hill to intentionally kidnap us to create an incident.
Right, well we should have 2 more fishing days. However, this Enfield's just arrived with the local chief of police on it, and we've got to go either now or first thing in the morning. So that's a bit of a bummer, but what can you say? Could have been worse. 2 guys only arrived yesterday.
This final evening session, chiller fishing, so it's on light tackle. And Nigel's come down for a look. Good man, Nigel. From Lincolnshire. Oi! Sorry about that, interruption whilst I had a take. And Martin's still playing his good fish.
The last fish landed.
Here comes Andy,
Hi
the
guys.
dentist. The man who's caught 280s in the first 3 days.
I haven't caught much else actually, man. That was about it.
I'm surprised you hadn't had a go for some of these, Andy.
Well, I might still do that, Martin. The night is young. We're all gathered here on the beach because we're not allowed to go anywhere else. We're supposedly surrounded by armed guards, although I haven't seen any. And I think there's going to be 11 lines out of this beach later on. That nasty Virapan has put the word out that he's off to get us. And we've got to leave in the morning. Which is a real bummer, because the river's looking nice and we were going to have bowler tomorrow. But here's Martin playing a fish, like he does. Another grass carp, Martin?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It didn't go in easily, Nige. Oh! Can't blame it being in front of Nigel, can you?
Hold on, if we make we put. That's good.
Oh, what an expert bit of netting! Oh, and it's only just gone in! Oh, spot on!
One Nigel Harwood.
Nice one. That's the same one you caught last week!
Put some more in.
There we are, Martin's landed this lovely fish. And we're all going to have a party up at the camp in a minute. We've got a lot of beer left to drink, which has to be drunk tonight. Loads of food, all the food stocks are arriving. You're good at juggling those fish, Martin, aren't you?
Sorry, it's going to be a sandy one. Got the lads in? Yeah, well done, it's just like his dad, this one.
This is where our armed guard are positioned at the entrance of the camp. I'm sure Virapan's going to come in through the front door. There we are, there's the guns all laid down, ready for action. And we are having a party. We've got to drink all the beer and we've got to eat all the goodies tonight. Hooray! Last supper. We got the communal grog bowls.
Is this instead of the communal meal then?
I think this is the communal meal. I'm sorry to tell you, but we've got the noodles and pasta, something. And
So we want the sausage out of
soup. Yeah, and very soon we're going to have the sausage, aren't we, Will?
Cool.
Now, just for the sake of completion, we've got Stuart, famous for a £15 10-ounce barbel, not being able to get up in the mornings, and many other things, I'm sure.
On his last supper.
Also known as the man of many names. He's been called the Clockwork Monkey back home. Back here he's been called Hector's House, the Talking Tent. And we've heard of M&M's, this is M&M, Motormouth Morgan.
Yeah. I'm like a cold spring, mate. I'm just waiting to pounce.
Just don't mention Jenny Powell.
Yeah, we've all got something to say about Stuart.
Just the call, mate. Just the contraception.
But he does actually wake up with Jenny Powell every morning.
Yeah, which is more than most can say.
He's also the only man on camp to actually offer himself to Virapan as a hostage.
Yeah.
So well done, Stuart. Thank you, mate.
Well, folks, here we are in the tent. Just about our last night before we're going to be evicted out of the camp. Okay, everyone talking outside. Just going to give you a little shot, mate. Here's my tent. Here's where I'm going to be sleeping. Here it is. If you can see this. There's the guy there. And there's the guns. Just ready right outside of my tent. There they are. Good to know you're well protected in the evenings, isn't it? Eh? Good night. Okay folks, time is 6:25 on, what are we, Monday morning. Just looking at the camp, any sign of life, see if Vera Pan's gone. No, Dave Temps looks empty. Vera Pan's over got him, but I know I've seen him this morning, so he's there. John's alive because I heard him snoring. No sign of life from Andy Cowley. Harwood's fast asleep. Moving around the camp. A couple of the guides. One of the soldiers. There's the old tent. My tent. Martin and Nigel's. And there's the gateway out of this place. Bus hasn't arrived yet. No sign of anything coming to pick us up. So I'm not sure where we stand yet.
Morning after the night before. A few headaches about. Most of the guys are pissed off, but we still got one. And the guides are a bit upset about it as well. Obviously it's their livelihood that's been threatened. Well, buses have arrived. We're all getting packed up, ready for the off. Just have something to eat first, and we'll be gone.
One of our armed guards keeping his eye open. We're all pretty chirpy at the moment. Everybody's resigned himself to the fact we're going home early. There is one persistent toad. 3 days on the trot. And it's inside their fishing bag again. We're inside the tent at the moment, just packing up all the stuff. It comes in around there, and every single morning the toad at Toad Hall is there. There he is, sitting there. Up here's Larry. There's the two of the guides there. Bowler on the right, he's the chief in charge in the camp. Bowler beats people up if they step out of line with the oar from the kayak he sat on. And then we've got the guy on the left there is Chikaradua. He's the guy that got Andy's first 80 and caught me my first fish. He's actually on parole at the moment for manslaughter.
Nigel's rod's all sorted. I'm just about packed. Be on our way fairly soon. Any last words from Nigel? Disappointment. Yeah, never mind.
What can we say? We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back. At least we're going to survive to come back, hopefully. That's down there having a final swim. Give me a wave.
Camp's pretty much packed up. Bit of a ghost camp now. But just getting the last few things together. My tent, my home from home. Albeit cut short slightly. Everyone's disappointed to leave early. Going to try and get an early flight home, but if not we're going to have an X-ray in Bangalore. And they're being kitted out. It's been decided that it's definitely not safe for us to stay here. Pan, the bandit, is just over the mountain and he's basically gunning for us. So, we had a good night, drunk all the beers, drunk all the remaining beverages, all the rum, vodka, all gone, all the food, had one big last nosh up. Who knows, we might be back. Leaving the camp now, folks. Cheers, guys. Cheers. The camp's on the way out, chaps. Here we go. We're rocking and rolling. Out from the camp. This is the walk we used to take every day. Very, very hot. See, the terrain is pretty bumpy. Almost some fitty-poldy driving. Real rough track. Got about a 3-hour journey into Bangalore now. Time is about 11:45 on Monday. The end of a dream. There we go, that's the view. Looking back down into the valley. That's where we've come from. Type thing. Local bus stuck behind that. Nightmare, mate. Town of Cauvery, everything happens. There you go. Bloody nightmare. The place is absolute bedlam. Here's some of the local lads, all the boys. They're looking for it. There's this guy here.
Oh, I missed it.
Going mad in Cauvery. Every street is just packed out. Absolutely packed. Driving is horrendous. Just come back, we're staying in the hotel last day before we catch the flight. And we got this one out of Dave's suitcase. Andy's doing the job there. Nasty little sods.
Day 16, last day at Bangalore. Yesterday we went to see the first day of the India-Australia Test match. It was a great day, crowd making a lot of noise. India got 294, Tendulkar's still there on about 115. So we come again, hope for more action. The notice tells us everything. He's playing brilliantly. Hitting it all over the place. One of the supporters here, putting on a brave face.